I was in New York City. I had a rental car that kept breaking down. It was 98 degrees. The air conditioning isn't working. Sweat's pouring down my face. I'm in the world's biggest traffic jam. And it seemed like every New Yorker in the planet is beeping their horns and cursing at me. That's not a very secure feeling. The car kept breaking down, and I'm already a half hour late for a very important audition. Now, I'm feeling this snowball of negativity building up, and I'm like, oh, man, what else could possibly happen? Don't ever ask that question. See, because if you do, the universe will answer you. Okay, I'll show you. Oh, and it did, and I drive up to the toll booth, and I went to pay the guy, and I realized I left my money home. I don't know what possessed me. I just looked at the guy, and I said, hey, I'll have a couple of burgers, 2 fries, and get something for yourself there, Sparky. Now, I didn't know this, but this guy was new in this country, and he didn't understand American humor. The poor guy looked at me, and he said, I'm very sorry, but we do not have food here. I said, well, then you better get it because you're holding up traffic. Now, all of a sudden, I notice he's starting to laugh. Now, so am I, but all the cars, he finally gets the joke. We're both dying, but all the cars in back of me, they're beeping the horns going, hey, come on, move it. We got to get going. I swear to you, my newfound friend in the toll booth sticks his head out, motions to all of the other cars and says, I'm very sorry, but we ran out of food. Try the next booth. By then, we were hysterical. We were high-fiving each other. We became best friends in 30 seconds. You want to know what the cool thing was, people? He let me go without paying. What a great guy. He looked at me and he said, listen to me, my friend, this toll is on me. You have to understand, I am brand new in this country, and this is only my 2nd day on the job. Believe me when I tell you I really needed to laugh today. And I looked at him and I said, so did I. Now, here's the point. Very important point. I drove away from that toll booth in a totally different state of mind. Totally different state of mind. As a result, I was able to plant positive thoughts in my head, constructive ways on how I can deal with this very important audition that I had coming up. And guess what? I had a great audition. It's a good thing I did. It led to the most important break of my comedy career. That's how I got my first TV special, my Showtime special. And that special paved the way for every other special that I've ever gotten. Here's a question. What do you think would have happened if I would have gone into that audition in the mood that I was in before the toll booth incident? I wouldn't have had a chance. Not in the mood that I was in. I tried everything in my power to turn that situation around. Everything. Because I read all those books on positive thinking and positive affirmations, and I realized something very important that day. Sometimes your brain is in such an overwhelming negative state, it just isn't going to buy the fact that everything's okay. I felt I was ripped off. I wanted to take the books back. Because there I was in New York City, 98 degrees, air conditioning is working, sweat's pouring down my face, the car's breaking down, New Yorkers are cursing at me, I'm late for this audition, and then I'm behind the wheel of my car reciting these affirmations. My life is going just the way I want. I am in total control of this situation. I am the radiating center of love and peace. Just then someone beat the horn and I'm like, pick a number, pal. You know what I realized? And I realized this years later? It's only when I started laughing was I able to think positive. Why is that? Why is that? Only when I started laughing. I'll tell you why. Here's a psychological reasoning behind this. Because, people, when you start laughing at a negative, intense, stressful, overwhelming situation like that, your brain is no longer focusing on that negative situation. Your brain could only focus on one thing at a time. Right now, your brain is laughing at something ridiculous that you just did. And even if your brain did go back to that negative situation, which it will do eventually, but guess what? It won't be as overwhelming as it was before, because you've calmed your nervous system down to the point where you can control the situation instead of having that situation control you.